We begin with updates on the political crisis of the last few weeks in Rivers State. President Bola Tinubu has finally waded into the dispute between Minister of the FCT, Nyesom, Wike, and Governor Siminalayi Fubara, as well as the loyalists. President Tinubu met with all of the key players in the political crisis in Rivers State to broker peace. At the end of that meeting, a joint resolution was arrived at by all parties, with the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, in attendance. The parties resolved to put a stop to any attempt to impeach Governor Fubara, a payment of allowances for the 27 PDP lawmakers who defected to the APC, allow lawmakers choose where they sit, and a resubmission of budget to be presented to the full sitting of the House, and for all commissioners who resigned to return. State House correspondent Femi Akonde has more in this report.
The meeting was at the instance of President Bola Tinubu. It is a last-ditch effort to salvage an already bad political situation in Rivers State, after an initial attempt by President Tinubu to reconcile the differences between Governor Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, failed. The meeting lasted more than 3 hours, but was able to reach some crucial resolutions which may pave way for the restoration of peace in the volatile politics of Rivers State. Among the resolutions reached are that all impeachment proceedings initiated against the governor of Rivers State by the State House of Assembly should be dropped immediately. Also, that the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly, as led by Martin Amahewele, shall be recognized alongside the 27 members who resigned from the PDP. The governor of Rivers State shall represent the state budget to a properly constituted Rivers State House of Assembly. At the meeting, it was also resolved that all matters instituted in court by the governor of Rivers State and his team in respect of the political crisis in the state shall be withdrawn immediately. Also, it was agreed that the remunerations and benefits of all members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and their staff must be reinstated immediately, and the governor of Rivers State shall not interfere with the full funding of the Rivers State House of Assembly. It is expected that this meeting may lead to a resolution of the political crisis and ease rising tension in the oil-rich states. All eyes now will be on both Governor Fubara and Nyesom Wike to see how they keep their end of the bargain and implement resolutions reached in a peace meeting brokered by President Bola Tinubu. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
We spoke earlier on the news with Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ngalale, on President Tinubu's meeting with the key players.
Of the president is clearly in this case not a political one. He is the father of the nation. He is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. It is his sacrosanct responsibility, the primary responsibility of his, to ensure that there is peace and stability and security in all parts of the country. If he sees any sign that peace is breaking down in any part of the country, this is a president that will take action. And frankly, the resolution of the Rivers crisis is one that results from a series of interventions that he has made over the course of the last few months on this issue. This was not the first reconciliation effort on his part. This was the last one that resulted in this breakthrough. But nobody should be mistaken. His Excellency, Mr. President, was fully ready and equipped to take a very hard action if this resolution had not been reached tonight. So it is to the great relief, I believe, of Rivers people and to Nigerians at large.
Ngalale there. I have joined me now political analyst Professor Ken Wike to talk more on this latest development. Thank you for joining us on the news this hour. What's the potential of these new resolutions as to resolving the matters in Rivers State?
Well, for me, I don't see any potential for an enduring resolution to this impasse. When you do a quick check, across Rivers people and residents alike, their feelings. You just do a quick one, you'll find that, of course, there's some level of disillusionment about what is going on or what has gone in the last 24 hours or so, because it may be said to be against the thinking of majority of Rivers people and residents alike, including those who voted for the present governor and those who did not vote for him. And so, because I feel from a quick survey, you find that most of residents and citizens alike, would have preferred the governor being in charge. Because if you look at those resolutions, it appears is 7:1, and so, and then that is negatively skewed against the thinking of the majority of the people. And when you have such resolutions, you may be temporary, but in the as time goes on, you can see it, going back to status quo.
Let's talk about the impact on governors, because the people aren't the one with the business of providing governance to Rivers State. The critical stakeholders did sign that resolution. I'm talking about the Rivers State governor, his predecessor, and also the leadership of the PDP and APC in that state. Are you saying that they lack the capacity to hold, to carry on their part of the bargain?
Of course, the critical mass of those who have rights of voting these ones into office, we are not part of that resolution, and probably negates, the thinking. If, like I said, if you take a quick survey of the thinking, whether in the social media or the perspective of people on the streets, but not what may be in the media. But I'm not saying that they do not represent. After all, the problem started with them, and then it appears to be ending with them. But when it started, of course, the critical mass of the people, became part of it. Something that appeared to be a family affair that was now taken to the larger society at large, and so it became the people's problem, because the people have the mandate, to decide. But if you look at this resolution, so to say, so what was wrong in also saying that the governor should be allowed independently to run his government, just like it was said that the legislature should have should be allowed to independently have their funding and all that. I mean, it's skewed, towards some kind of repressive regime, that is not directly for the interests of the people. And so for me, it's something that, it appears when people decide these things, it appears that the ordinary man on the street, including elites like us, have no voices. No, we should be able to speak up. We are Rivers people. We have life. We have breath. The state does not belong to one man. The state does not belong to a group of persons. We all have a stake in the state called Rivers State. And then if such decisions are taken and there is...
Let me just jump in quickly. If you can hear me, Professor, I'm wondering what part of this resolution you're referring to as to not allowing the governor to be in full charge of the state, the resubmission of names of the commissioners who have resigned, or having the 27 lawmakers back in the House of Assembly. But precisely what will be your prediction if you don't think that this resolution will hold water? What should Nigerians expect to happen in the coming days?
For me, if I were to be one of those commissioners that resigned, I would refuse being renominated, because it doesn't make sense. Some of them did not say, or most of them did not say that they resigned because of the political crisis. They said they resigned for personal reasons. And then if you look at that document, it was said that those who resigned due to the political crisis, their names have to be resubmitted. So if you look at the whole thing, it means that the critical mass of Rivers people are being taken for granted, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't see this resolution being sustained in terms of the kind of peace that you think, because I look at it as peaceful pieces, because in the long run, it may hardly stand, from the survey that we have across the streets of Rivers.
Political analyst Professor Nuhu Wike, live for us in Port Harcourt. Thank you for talking to TV News.
Thank you. Thank you.